All right, welcome to the Zabecast, brought to you by Line and Kugels. Enjoy your Lineys. Today, Scotty, Al, Low Def, we're all here. Michael Jeffrey Jordan into the Basketball Hall of Fame, and he went in throwing elbows and giving cheap shots.
Who'd have thunk it, huh?
Or maybe he went in as he should have gone in. Feisty,
strictly competitive, right?
With the killer instinct right to the very end.
Slitting your throat from the dais, as it were. And if you ask the Jordan real lovers, as they call themselves, they're not offended by this at all. They're like, oh, that's the Mike I grew to love.
Let's see who he bitched in the process. High school coach, Jeff Van Gundy, Jerry Krause, Brian Russell, Isaiah Thomas. Did I miss anybody? I'm sure there's probably a few more along the way.
He did bitch Riley, but he also showed him love.
Magic Johnson for freezing him out. George Gervin,
Isaiah Thomas, a little bit of Larry Bird. There wasn't much humility. Oh, his kids also bitched his kids. Said,
wouldn't want to be you.
Growing up like that. I mean,
well, that was sort of a joke about how, well, I got up here and just sprayed fire all over the place. You guys are going to have to mop it up. His kid, Jeffrey, already quit Illinois.
He did.
He was there and gone.
Now, why do you think that is?
Because it's really hard being Michael Jordan's kid.
Well,
but
he wasn't great. I mean,
didn't want to play.
Getting garbage minutes, wasn't he?
No, but he was on scholarship, and he was not that he needs it. He was on scholarship.
Well, Dad has
give that to a kid that needs
debts.
money, please.
He was on scholarship, and he was going to move into a more prominent role with Bruce Weber next year. And he just said, I've had enough.
Yeah, I don't think he was that great, But
do you think part of it is living up to his old man's legacy?
I think it's a portion of it.
Focus on your studies. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. Do you think he
sacrifice?
Do you think Jordan was like the great Santini in the basketball scene where he's bouncing it off his kid's head as he walks up the stairs after playing a particularly hard game of one-on-one in the driveway? Hey, loser. Hey, loser. Hey, loser. You think Jordan was like that with his kids?
I think Jordan was on the road for much of their childhood, and he was doing other things. So.
Really? He wasn't Ward Cleaver with a 42-inch vertical. Huh?
I don't have that.
He wasn't the ideal family man?
I may be wrong. Yeah. I don't have that image in my mind.
God, but for years the media just treated him like, no, he's Ward Cleaver. He's married with kids. He just happens to be a great basketball player. No, he was the same kind of womanizing, hang out, gamble, drink, have fun NBA player that everyone else is. He was just smart enough not to get entangled in rapes, lawsuits, illegitimate kids that people knew about.
Right, and he is a bleep hole, and that's one of the things that made him a good player.
You can say asshole on this.
Well, I'd rather
podcast.
not, but
that's for you.
Let's be honest. Some of the people he disparaged aren't angels either. Okay, so
true that.
I don't have a real problem with some of that.
I hear you. True
but
that.
If you want to be known as could you imagine Magic Johnson doing that? Magic always has the corporate smile on his face. It seems to me he would never do something like this in terms of running down people in a moment like that.
Well, when you give your Hall of Fame induction speech, aren't you supposed to give a message for kids watching to take back with them and sort of emulate? What do the kids take out of this if you're listening to Jordan?
Competition.
It's up to you what you
competition comes at a price.
That's the upshot of Jordan's speech?
I didn't say it was an upshot. I just said that was the message.
Is that the bottom line?
Yeah.
That's the net.
If you want to be that guy, you're probably going to have to be a dick along the way.
Well, you're not going to be that guy. No kid will be Michael Jordan. He should say, hey, kids, give up now because 99.4% of you won't make it to the NBA. Sorry.
I think the net, unfortunately, is going to be hate people along the way. Use people as, hate is a great motivator.
Right.
That's not a good message. Excellence should be the motivator. With a dollop of hate.
Hate's
not
more fun.
Full hate. No.
Oh, yeah.
Full hate is a roaring bonfire that usually envelops the person who peddles in it. Jordan was able to harness it like a black steed of vengeance riding into the basketball night, and boy, did he ride it. He would create slights in his own mind.
Bradford Smith.
They were bullshit. They'd be stories you'd go, who said what to you and why? Yeah. And that's why you scored 50? Yeah. Maybe you just scored 50 because you were a once-in-a-generation sensational athlete. No, this guy dissed me, man. I don't know. I think for a Hall of Fame induction speech, it was a little bit tone-deaf. But it's his legacy, it's not mine. So
right.
He was probably cool with it. He was probably high-fiving afterwards.
He gets off on being like that, I think. Yeah.
Maybe Kanye West should have jumped out of the stands at
Michael
the induction
being Michael
and grabbed the mic from Michael and said, yeah, but, Michael, Magic was really better in a lot of ways. All right, I'll hand the mic back to you now. Jackass.
Wilt is turning over in his grave right now.
Onto somebody else. Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next time.